Welcome to today's Explainer. For years, whenever we talked about the destruction of the web, we pictured this massive, hostile takeover. We imagined millions of foreign bots launching a full-on military-style operation, just flooding our feeds with automated misinformation until the internet was burned to a barren wasteland. And we thought, surely, if that happened, our beloved, human-curated platforms would remain as safe havens. Well, we were wrong. As you'll see today, the destruction of the web isn't some external attack. No, it is an inside job.
Okay, let's dive right into this and lay out our roadmap of the 4 beloved internet pillars falling like dominoes to AI. Number 1, Pinterest and how art becomes data. 2, Reddit and the selling of human thought. 3, Steam, the AI landfill. And 4, Discord, invading private spaces.
So, what does this all actually mean? To really grasp what's happening, we need to redefine the dead internet theory. It's no longer just some hypothetical flood of malicious bots from the outside. Today, the dead internet is the collapse of the user-generated web, and it's being driven by the very platforms that originally championed human creativity. Actually, scratch that external threat idea completely. There is a bitter irony here. The safe havens we thought were totally immune, they are firing their human workers to build machines. They are literally detonating their own communities from the inside out.
Part 1. Pinterest. Art becomes data.
Let's look at our patient zero. For 15 years, Pinterest was a gentle, safe space built on human curation, right? It was a go-to place for everything from wedding checklists to DIY projects. But recently, users began noticing the platform is getting flooded with these soulless, AI-generated images. To fix this, Pinterest deployed artificial intelligence moderators, and the result? Real artists like Tiana or Agelia started getting hit with aggressive takedowns for innocuous, completely clothed art. Other creators have had their totally human-made works slapped with false AI-modified labels, even for art that predates generative AI. It's absolutely crucial to recognize the human cost here. As Agelia points out, innocent people are risking having their entire accounts banned for doing absolutely nothing wrong.
Now, on the flip side, the corporate defense emphasizes their clear guidelines and their appeals process, stating that human reviewers can step in when mistakes are made. But users are reporting a vastly different reality. For creators, fighting these false labels has become an inescapable loop. They literally have to spend hours proving their art is real, knowing full well there's no guarantee the appeal will work or that the algorithm won't just mistakenly flag their very next upload.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what's happening behind the curtain. Look at this rapid shift. After 15 years of relying entirely on human curation, Pinterest fired almost 15% of its human workforce in early 2026 just to prioritize AI. Behind the scenes, they updated their systems to feed a decade and a half of human art into Pinterest Canvas, which is their proprietary AI text-to-image generator. They doubled down. The platform is essentially leeching the value from real people's original works to train its own machine.
Part 2. Reddit. Selling human thought.
So as AI consumes visual art, the next logical domino to fall is human thought. For over 2 decades, Reddit has been this bubbling cauldron of deeply human debate, emotion, and advice. But all of that authentic human interaction, it has a price tag. In early 2024, Reddit struck a partnership with Google, handing over the keys to its real-time user content for an estimated $60 million a year to train Google's AI model, Gemini. And they quickly followed that up with a partnership with OpenAI. To put that into perspective, critics are arguing that the endless flood of daily discussions has been transformed into livestock. It's just raw food used to teach large language models how to imitate real people.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how these multi-million-dollar deals created an exact playbook for bad actors. Once people realized Reddit data was actively training global AI models, they saw a massive opportunity to manipulate how AI thinks and behaves in the future. Using bot farms, they execute these 4 steps: rapidly creating thousands of accounts, staging completely fake discussions, mass upvoting specific narratives, and then using coordinated downvoting to bury the real human posts that don't fit their agenda.
And the result of that playbook? Subreddits that were designed for advice and debate are now being flooded with highly sensitive culture war posts designed just to incite arguments. Moderators and long-term users are now estimating that up to 50% of the site's content is written or reworked by AI. Half. That makes it virtually impossible to know if you're engaging in a genuine debate with a human being or just arguing with a machine designed to harvest karma. It pollutes the very essence of Reddit's debate culture.
Part 3. Steam, the AI landfill.
Naturally,
When text-based forums get completely overrun with bots, people look for an escape. And for a lot of us, the ultimate escape from reality is video games. But let's compare the old web with the new. Back in the early 2020s, Steam's parent company Valve took a relatively hardline, strict stance against AI-generated assets. Fast forward to early 2024, and we see a dramatic policy reversal. Valve just opened the floodgates, officially allowing generative AI content as long as developers disclose its use.
And that policy change had immediate, frankly shocking consequences. Reports suggest that 1 in 5 games, 20% of all titles uploaded to Steam, now utilize AI. The storefront is literally drowning in low-effort asset flips. These are games where developers do virtually no coding. They just rely on AI to mash together store-bought models for a quick profit. Hardworking indie developers are expressing deep frustration because their original handcrafted games are just getting buried under what players are calling an absolute landfill of unplayable AI slop.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Part 4. Discord invading private spaces.
This brings us to what might be the most concerning stage of the takeover, the invasion of our private chat spaces. Discord was supposed to be the ultimate refuge, right? A platform specifically designed for people to host their own closed, private communities away from the noise of social media. But those walls have been breached on a terrifying scale. In 2024, a malicious AI data scraping service, codenamed SpyPet, infiltrated thousands of public Discord servers. This network of bots stole billions of messages from more than 600 million users. 600 million! That stolen personal data was then sold online for cryptocurrency, potentially to train even more AI models.
But beyond external scraping, Discord itself has relentlessly rolled out integrated AI features. We're talking Summaries AI that automatically reads user chats, unsolicited chatbots that issue automated responses, a planned March 2026 age inference tracking system to monitor behavior, and even requests for facial scans and government IDs. Now, impartially speaking, the corporate justification relies very heavily on providing a safer experience and protecting underage users, but massive privacy concerns remain. Users fear this behavioral profiling is a serious slippery slope, granting AI free access to monitor their every move just to access basic chat services.
Part 5. The inevitable collapse.
Okay, so we've seen visual art, human thought, digital escapism, and our private chats all compromised. So the crucial point is this massive overarching irony, the Ouroboros effect. It's like a snake eating its own tail. Artificial intelligence models require vast amounts of genuine human interaction to learn, grow, and sound authentic. But as these platforms push human users away with false bans, bot-filled comment sections, and relentless data scraping, those original human voices go silent. And now? The AI models are starving. They're being forced to train on the very bot-made synthetic sludge that they themselves created. It's a completely broken, unsustainable loop.
Which leaves us with this final, really provocative question to consider. What's going to collapse first? Will it be the human-curated internet as we've known it, or will the AI models infesting it buckle under the weight of their own artificial data? As these digital pillars fall, it challenges us to think deeply about the sustainability of our online future and where genuine human connection is going to go next. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.